So coming upwind here, we got the College of Charleston Cougars in green, yellow, excuse me, and the Michigan Wolverines in green. Cougars in yellow. So far looking pretty handed. We're seeing a little bit of luffing there on the right side by the Cougars, just making sure boat 4 is going to get through here. Looking pretty balanced right now though for the Cougars. Wolverines trying to do a little bit of tacking in just to see if they can shake it up. Might be close here between 4 and Michigan. Crossing both. Oh, with the facial right there. That certainly is going to hurt Michigan's chances in this one. Cougars going back to match cover 14. A little bit of balance on boat 5's part. Hear him calling for speed though, so force through. And the Cougars are going to look pretty happy here coming into Mark 1. I think with the exception of one race today, we've seen the team that's been winning at Mark 1 has gone on to win the race, which is typically you see a little more mixing up or lead changes on that bottom leg, but it has been the case today. Not exactly sure what the diagnosis of that would be, but we shall see. If you're just joining us now, again, we got the Cougars, College of Charleston Cougars in yellow, and the Michigan Wolverines in green. Are they? Boat 5 just really gapping. Looks like there's a little bit of contact there. 15 might be spinning. They are. But we got 15 protesting. Boat 5. Did they use proper procedure? I didn't see a hand, which is the policy these days. To engage in umpire and hail protest, you must raise your hand, which I did not see, but maybe I just didn't see it. Coming to the finish line over here, we got Yale. Ooh, go back over to the other race. Looks like boat 5 was in the wrong there. They're spinning. Gonna do a 2-turn penalty for the red flag there for boat 5. Ryan Davidson and Emily Stewart. Don't know. Certainly a step in the right direction for the Wolverines, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to help them break up that 1-2. Jeez. I don't. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll try to get some more of those. We're back on. Kind of running away from the Michigan Wolverines. We're in green. Just had Yale beat UC Santa Barbara with a 1-2-5. Crossing the finish line now. There looks like Yale's going in to swap boats. And Santa Barbara might be in it for one more. Let's see, you have any horns going on down there? Ready to move. We're gonna have to move again? Okay. We're gonna have to move again. They keep, they're doing a great job squaring this race course, but unfortunately, that means we have to move. Yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of a lull here as the race committee is adjusting the course.
The signal boat gave them a break so they could lengthen it. So he's down to 1 minute between races on the rolling.
Okay. So it sounds like they're lengthening the course due to the races getting a little bit too close to each other, but no, looks like we do have some pre-start. Just couldn't hear the horn, I guess. You know who we got going on down there? Let's see.
There we are.
You want that?
Yeah.
Let's go to the start. Dan, we're ready. We're going to go to the start down here.
Tell us when we're on, please.
Yes.
Are we?
Let us know when we're good. This is about to start.
A lot of boats over. Only one.
Who's racing?
We have
Wisco in red.
Wisco in red versus Roger Williams in blue.
Roger Williams blue, Wisconsin red. Wisconsin 1, 2, 3.
What do you got here, Johnny?
Wisco's looking pretty strong.
Just
Kind of a draw. Oh, that's a close Simotac over there. Oh, and 2 fouls, 2 spinning. So now Roger Williams looking real strong.
yeah, I'd say Roger Williams solid 2, 3, 4 here. Control both sides of the race course, and their most advantaged player is occupying the one pretty well. Got Goat Island in the background. We are just in the mouth of Newport Harbor on day 1 of the Laser Performance ICSA National Team Racing Championship. We got 3 or 4 teams with undefeated records, and I'd say none of which are too much of a surprise to us.
No, I'd say no. A lot of action to go.
And the conditions just are getting better and better as we speak. Our technology is getting better and better as we go. And the coverage is going to be better and better as we go. So stay tuned, tell your friends, post your questions, requests, and comments on the internet, live stream at Cover It Live. Where else, Dan? Where else? There's got to be other ways to get there.
Do it on the Facebook, ICSA Facebook, Cover It Live and live stream. And
right.
Hit us up. Hashtag crushing it in Newport.
Yeah, we want to blow this up. I'm getting some texts. My phone's buzzing, but I want people to do that through our portals so other people can see it. Right?
Right, that makes sense to me.
Give yourself a silly little name that you can log on with, and
Yeah.
An alias talking shit.
Something like Peter Clark or something.
something like that.
Just an alias.
Everybody wants to be him, though.
Guys, Nick, what do you recommend? Should we take a break? Should we go straight through?
happy to take a break. We can exchange ideas and see how we can tighten it up.
Hello. How's it going?
Hopefully the breeze settles and we can anchor.
Someone else on our channel?
Yeah, just some local jabroni.
Pretty spread out 2-3-4 here, John.
Yeah, big spread, but really tight in the back. So Wisco not quite out of this here. Wisco definitely the dominant power in the Midwest Conference.
Oh, thank you. Look great.
Mile all up in there.
You're on live, bud.
On the internets.
Say something for the camera.
Hey, fans.
Nick's just really trying to dial in the
SS
the
Scott-free.
wheelhouse of the Scott-free here.
That's it, right?
Double props.
Yeah.
Much better day today. Yeah, much better.
Trying to dial in the old one prop back down.
Say we're there, John.
Oh yeah, those are a little sticky.
I'm not quite sure where you are when you're putting it in there. Kent, what are you looking at? What are we looking at? I think we got the old blue team, Roger Williams, looking strong, 2-3-4, if not turning 1-2-3 against Wisco.
Yeah, I think Wisco's boat with the number 1 on the sail made a little bit of a mistake there. They were, they were under some serious pressure. The 2 for Roger Williams, which I believe was number 16, was really kind of riding them and kind of forced them to make a jibe inside. And now all of a sudden, the breeze is kind of swinging right, and 16 and 17 are pretty firmly into the 1-2 now. But Wisco's sail number 2 is right in the thick of it. I
Wisco.
believe that might be Laura Weffer. She's not making it easy for the Hawks
No,
here.
They're not just rolling over. They might be in 4, 5, 6, but they're definitely throwing it all at them.
This is the big show, after all. Good shot of the 12-meter Courageous, just motoring back in from some morning pleasure cruise. Actually, I'm not sure if they were pleasure cruising or not. They look like they got the racing sails out.
The brown ones.
Yeah, those tan ones.
USF was getting pretty close right here at the top of the beat, but Navy got a nice little shift advantage here, so they're going to round this one in a 1-2-5, it looks like, maybe 4. With boat 7 going to try to go hammer down and catch up to that 1-2. See what goes on. Looks like boat 8's getting pinned by boat 11. It's a pretty big win for Navy. So Navy's in a 1-2-5 here still. It's boat 7 really USF's only fighting chance to get back into this one.
Unsupported attack.
An unsupported attack, as Carl just noted. Certainly hard to break up a 1-2 by yourself. Oftentimes you'll find that the chasing team just tries to send it high just to force 12 to defend and sail a little bit of extra distance, and their teammate can sail straight to the mark, which they aren't exactly doing at the moment. Boat 7 certainly doing a good job of keeping it high, though. Getting inching forward here on boat 12. 12's going for a luff. 7 might almost be clear ahead there. But a little bit better boat handling by boat 12. Lets them scoot out of there with some speed. Again, coming downwind here, we got USF, the Bulls in orange, and the Navy midshipmen in black. Navy with the 1-2. With boat 7 for USF being really the closest threat, and they're getting there. It's hard to tell, it's depth perception, but they're a little bit closer than they were. Do you know who we got coming upwind here, Carl? Looks like Roger, or no? I see orange. Looks like Oregon State and G-Town, maybe?
Oregon State and Georgetown, yep.
We're on? Over here. So we got Georgetown in the green boats, Oregon State in the yellow, and bright orange pennies. Highly visible in the water at the moment. Looks like Georgetown's winning all 3 pairs. They're approaching Mark 1. Looks like they're going to skate around with a 1-2-3, it looks like. Down here at the finish, looks like Roger Williams just beat, who's that? Wisconsin. That race was a little close. They're in a 1-5, Wisco's in a 1-5-6, and certainly did a very good job of breaking up, if not almost breaking up, that 1-2 for, or the 2-3-4 that Roger had. Over here, around Mark 1, Georgetown is going to round this one with a 1-2-3, it looks like, with Oregon State's players a little bit behind. Let me see if I can talk to Wisco real quick here. So I'm here with George and... No, hold on. Mike. So I'm here with George and Katrina from Wisconsin. So George, Wisco's always certainly been a contender. You guys have been to what, 4 straight team race nationals now, is it? 5, awesome. That's great to hear. So why don't you tell us a little about the Wisco program? I know you guys are certainly building this. The first year the Midwest has 2 berths, I think, the team race nationals. Maybe?
I think we had 2 last year.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, there you go. Why don't you tell us what's cooking up in the Midwest sailing scene?
Katrina, let you take this one.
Well, I think we're improving a lot. Our quals was the most competitive we've ever had this year. We actually, a lot of teams are moving up in the Midwest. It's good to see. Great.
Cool. The drive okay? Did you fly?
I flew.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Well, thanks, guys. That's one way to do it. Good luck, guys. Those Midwesterners, always so friendly. Gotta love it. Wisconsin hosted the national championship back in 2010, and they got a fresh fleet of boats for that. I think 420s. So they've certainly been utilizing it, being able to host more events. Further district, as you just heard Katrina explaining, the talent level in that area is certainly growing. Definitely a lot of homegrown Midwest talent out in that region. A lot of scow sailing, which was always a hoot. Let's see, what we got coming up?
Navy leading South Florida, 1-2.
We're here at the finish, yeah.
1-2-3.
Ooh, 1-2-3 for the Navy over USF. These are certainly 2 teams that, Navy and USF are certainly 2 teams that you'd think would be right on the cusp there of that top 8. certainly Navy had a strong showing at I forget which event it was off the top of my head, but I think it was the Graham Hall, which is their home event. I think they finished third. Looks like they're going to handle the bulls here, no problem. Skating across with a into 5-6. Play one for the midshipmen. Let's see what do we got starting right now?
We got BC, Texas A&M. BC in blue, A&M in red. Yeah, they are. Noisy.
There's big C5As going in and out.
They're noisy.
They are. The military doesn't have to worry about noise.
Been hearing some military jets flying over all morning.
Who we have out here?
Starting now. Who was it? You, Galveston and BC in red or blue? It's blue.
BC in blue.
So we got BC in blue down here coming up when just started. Texas A&M Galveston in red. Looks like BC's got at least two pairs. Can't see their third. There they are. Looks like their BC's got all three pairs here off the line. Spectator boat maybe getting a little bit too close to the action over there. All boats on starboard. BC controlling all three pairs. Coach Greg must be very happy right now. Very textbook. Yeah. Over here at the finish, we got Georgetown cruising through the line over the Beavers of Oregon State. Looks like a solid 1, 2, 3 for the Hoyas. Hoya alum and former college sailor of the year, Christopher Barnard, who's now on the U.S. Olympic team in the campaigning in the laser class, would probably have liked that one. I think he's tuned in right now over in Mendelblick. Chris, I hope you're doing well. We all hope you're doing well, excuse me. Let's see. BC sailing away from the Aggies of Galveston. Over here, the breeze is kind of picking up a little bit. We're starting to see some crews on the rail. I don't think we're going to get to see those conditions that we saw for women's. I wasn't here for it, but I saw photos and it looked quite breezy and fun. But I don't think we're going to get that today. Maybe later on in the weekend, though. Might be forecasted. I thought it was forecasted. Is it not?
What are we looking at right now?
Boston College again in blue. Texas A&M Galveston in red. BC running away with a 1-2-3 in this one. Should hold on to this one straight through the end, barring unprecedented incident.
Colton, we on? Any idea?
We're ready when you are. Live? Alright, we're almost live, boys.
Almost.
Black and red, right?
Black and orange.
Halloween race.
We're live, boys.
Black and orange is Tufts in black versus the Gauchos.
UC Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
UC Santa Barbara. Jumbos were looking pretty strong off the starting line, but UCSB's got a deep six. But whoever's in boat 7 for the Gauchos clearly has some speed. These West Coast kids love the FJs. And they've got some speed, and they're kind of heading the right direction on the course. And if boat 7 takes control of this little 3-pack on the right, Gauchos could kind of have a play up at the top end.
Big drag race between 7 and 12.
If I just drift off, I'm distracted as assuming 2 of the Eckerd coaches have now hit the water on their foiling kiteboards and are going very fast in not a lot of breeze. So that's cool.
That's pretty neat. That stuff.
Back to the action.
Good way to quit sailing.
Good way to quit sailing. Go that fast on water.
But they're still sticking at it. Coaching
They are.
the youngsters.
They're both sailing. Tufts looking better.
Oh, I just asked if my focus is good.
Tufts looking good, but I think the Gauchos, boat 7, right kind of in line with that umpire boat, just to lure to that umpire boat. I think they might have the one. I mean, they're in control. Depends on whether or not they can do 2 tacks and get up underneath that boat out to weather. We don't have an angle to determine that. We'll see.
For
It's
a
all going
while,
to come.
I thought they were chasing on the left, but I think I'm wrong. I think they definitely have a lot of work to do. They got to be a bit of a hero, but
They make no forward. So that's condensing pretty hard.
It's all manual. Sometimes I bump it, I think, on accident.
7's got a piece of somebody. Unfortunately, I don't think he can get in. Yeah, I think that's 12 dropping down to pin 7. So it's kind of all jammed up there. We'll see how they come out. The other camera crew might have a better shot at that windward mark. Looks like Tufts was able to convert the pass back. Oh, and now 7's got a lee bow 11. So Tufts now in full control of the 1, 2, 3.
I'm the captain of the boat, man. I'm the captain.
Got one of the local moths out, foiling as well now, so plenty of distraction.
A lot of rocking going on here, boys.
Well, I'm sorry, Colton.
And we have no control over that, buddy. we have no control over that.
What do we got here on the start? Colton, you want to watch this here? Green and yellow. That's Fordham in yellow. Fordham in yellow versus...
It's like maybe I think that might be Michigan. They do have similar pennies.
Michigan, definitely Michigan. Fordham looking strong.
I'm sure there's plenty of BC Eagle fans watching on the live stream. They're about to cross the finish line in a pretty strong 1-2-3, and that'll move them to 4-0. And that'll keep pace with the College of Charleston Cougars and the Yale Bulldogs, all moving to 4-0. Stanford Cardinals still sitting at 3-0. Looks like those guys are gathering up around the starting line. They could be up next. Actually, that's a big race. It looks like our next race down to the starting line might be Stanford and Yale. So that could be a big race.
Neat.
Neato.
And then I think after that we got the Cougars Seahawks. They probably faced off against each other a bunch of times this season. Still looking at green and yellow though, with Fordham firming up their grasp on the race over Michigan.
Speak for yourself. I'm staring at these foiling kiteboards. Holy cow.
Maybe we get a shot of that.
Maybe if they buzz the tower. If they give us good reason, we'll get a shot of it. Tufts coming across the bottom of the screen now, coming into view. They'll be passing in front of the boat here. Jumbos. Lots of proud Jumbo alums out there, I'm sure, psyched up. Looking good. And I'm not sure who that is sailing for Gaucho as the number 9, but he's also looking good. Lots of salad.
Yeah.
On the head and on the face.
I'd say
face
he's
salad.
doing it. Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do something, might as well go all the way, and he has gone all the way.
He's all in.
I grew my beard for a year once, so I can't judge him.
The Michigan Wolverines in green. Looks like Fordham's going to come into this one with a 1-2-3. Not too sure. Michigan boat might be able to.
Trying to attack the Michigan.
Yeah, trying to attack a little bit, but. Oh, hearing some hollering. Oh, some deep guttural screams. Should see at least a flag out of that. No green, no foul, sail on. Looks like Michigan's got a 4-5 right behind Fordham though, so yeah, pretty decent chances to break this one up. Just gotta commit to their guy and so 15 is going to try to force boat 5 to cover high. I think 14 wants to break a little bit lower. Some action over here at the weather mark. Yellow and green are mixing up 6 and 13. Heard some yelling, but I guess not a fouling incident. Coming back down though, the course, looks like 14 might, depth perception. I think 14 would want to jibe though, just to make sure they have that starboard advantage on 4. Or 5, excuse me, there they go. Nice wing-to-wing jibe there by boat 14.
Seconds, Kent. 30 seconds. To the start, down at the bottom.
Stanford in red, Yale in blue.
Can he hear you guys?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
We're
just talking.
Flying blind, 100%. Kent, let us know. We can't hear him either. It's got to come through Colton.
All right, guys, we're live. We're live.
All right. Looks like a good, clean start. Maybe a little edge to the Bulldogs, but this is a big, big race. 2 of the undefeated teams matching up still somewhat early in the round robin here.
I'm loving it. Stanford in red.
Yale Bulldogs in blue. Looks like
Yale.
Yale's kind of bow out on every pair.
Stanford forced right. They are.
But no one can tack with them, so Stanford's got a free flyer to the right. But they are kind of off the pace on the other two pairs. So Stanford chasing early, but I wouldn't rule them out. These are two of the best teams right here matching up.
I'm going to call it pretty significant advantage to Yale, though, John. They just had a little more wheels when it was time to go.
This is turning into a drag race here.
Stanford in red, Yale in blue.
Two of the faster teams caught in a drag race. I think if you just sit still, you'll be all right, Nick.
Copy.
Just flying through our screen here, we've got a real battle on our hands between Fordham and Michigan.
Should we switch
Coming
to that?
across the bottom of the reach here.
You know, let's
Green
watch
and
this.
yellow. I mean, this is a battle.
Oh, it's on. Oh boy, Michigan.
Is that clean? We'll see.
Michigan might be.
I don't see any. I don't hear any umpire calls.
This guy's got the backwards hat on with the crookedness in it.
Green flag, so everything's all good.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan draws. Michigan has a red flag in the back, though. So even though they were able to convert, we got a 2-4 and a really deep 6. So Michigan's got their work cut out for them. Also looks like our homeboy in 15 for Michigan here is kind of bow back on his pair. Doesn't really have full control of that.
But he's holding. He's holding on. He's got his hat off.
Is there another flag down there? No. Let's break over here. We're going to break over here real quick to the Yale-Stanford race. Certainly two teams that many people would have in their top 4. Looks like Yale's got a 1-2-5er right now, but Stanford, of course, is right on their heels. This race certainly won't be an issue of boat speed. Who can out team race? Didn't make much sense. So Yale's around in a 1-2-5. Yeah.
Oh, it's so big.
Is it? Want to keep eyes on that race down there? I'll pull this guy out so you can talk into this a little bit too if you want. So we're going to have Carl with eyes on the Fordham, Michigan race behind us, but we're going to keep the camera over here.
Soon we'll be doing this in college sailing. What do you think, John? Ever?
Oh, couldn't pin him.
Never, ever?
You never say never, man. Who knows?
Got Hans Hanken in boat 2. I'm going to try and shake up Graham Landy and Ian Barrows, which is certainly a tough cookie to break. Let's go over to the finish line. So it looks like the Fordham boat finished in the 1. Michigan's going to get 2-3, it looks like, so it's not going to be enough, yeah. Unless something unforeseen happens with this last pair. It looks like Fordham's going to take this one in a 1-4-5. We got some rotating boats going right through their course there. So it was a possible plane change. Certainly one of the more exciting team races we've seen there between the Rams and the Wolverines. Wish we were a little bit closer on that bottom reach leg to tell you in detail what was going on instead of just summarizing, but I guess it's the beauty of an anchor. Downwind here, looks like we still got Yale and Stanford.
In both directions versus St. Mary's.
Seahawks had a little trouble off the line, especially boat 7, so boats 8 and 9 are kind of in the mix, trying to hang on, trying to get, break the ties with some boat speed battles, but it's always tough when you're basically 2 against 3. 7's doing everything they can to come back into the race here. Coming across our screen right to left, we've got Yale in a pretty strong 1-2. Those are 2 of the faster boats in the country there, Graham Mergenthaler and Ian Barrows, stretching out in their 1-2 over Stanford. So that'll hand Stanford their first loss if that holds up. And staying with the boats up, staying with the boats going upwind. Looks like the Cougars in fairly decent control now of the right side. We got 10 and 11, tacking on to 7 and 9. Some pretty good Simo coverage.
Cougars
might be a mismatch there, 11 covering 9, but I think they're just going to go into fleet race mode now and try to extend any way they can.
Meanwhile, Yale in firm control over Stanford in the foreground.
Last year's College Sailor of the Year, Graham, coming across the bottom here. I think I might have said Graham Mergenthaler before. That's a name from the past.
I wasn't going to call you out. I
That's
heard
not
it.
him.
I
That
just
is
let
not
it.
him.
I let it slip. I let it just go by.
Graham Mergenthaler just surfs a lot now. That is Graham Landy. Going into a similar industry as Graham Mergenthaler. Merchant marine things.
All right, didn't know that.
Yeah, just learned that yesterday.
Where we at, boys?
3. Getting a little bit of balance from boat 12. Yale still holding on to that lead over Stanford down there, but we'll keep the camera over here on the weather mark at the moment. You got 1 boat around, got 2 boats around. So it's a 1-2-3 for the Cougars over St. Mary's at Mark 1. Haven't seen a whole lot of these top teams going head-to-head so far in the rotation yet, so as the sun lowers in the sky, I think we might start seeing some of these, the day gets longer, we might start seeing these top teams start to square off. The format, for those of you that don't know, is going to be a full round robin, so each team is going to race every team once for 15 total races, and from there they're going to break off into a top 8, the teams with the 8 best records. I'm going to do another, I guess they call it a gold round robin, and then from there they're going to break off into a final 4. I'm not sure if scores are going to carry or not. They typically do, but I irresponsibly have not read the sailing instructions, so I can't be too sure. Cougars. You might? I don't mind peeking at those. So it looks like Yale took care of Stanford here with a 1-2-5. And Cougars are running away with a 1-2-4 as well from St. Mary's. Yeah, what do we got coming up next?
Oregon State, Wisconsin.
Oregon State, Wisco, all right. In the Northwest and the Midwest.
Yeah, but that doesn't help us. This SRIs. They refer to the ICSA
Let's see.
conditions. It's just like the
If you're just tuning in, we got College of Charleston Cougars with a 1-2-5 over St. Mary's Seahawks coming downwind. Cougars in black, St. Mary's in orange.
Everybody knows.
Who we just got off? Who do we just have off the line? Oregon State and Wisco.
Oregon State, Wisco.
Do you know who's in what color?
Oregon State in yellow, Wisco in green.
Peeking at the start here, we got Oregon State in yellow, the Wisconsin Badgers in green, the Badgers and the Beavers. Who do you think would win a fight between a Badger and a Beaver? Probably a Badger, right?
Badger.
Probably a Badger for sure.
Angry.
Badgers are angry.
Ornery little things.
Right now it looks like the Beavers have the upper hand. Looks like they got 2 pairs at the moment. If they hang on to that pair out left, it looks like 15 slowly pinching off the Oregon State.
Decided they needed to surface. Very bad.
Are they spinning? Oh yeah. Looks like Oregon State's third boat is doing some circles down there. Not too sure what that incident was. They're,
Wisco looked pretty strong.
yeah. Those kite foilers are ripping.
What was to come the rest of the week?
What's up?
What was to come the rest of the week?
Just more team racing. So yeah, we got probably going to get a good chunk of this round robin done today. I don't know what the intention of racing in, but this breeze is going to hold definitely for the remainder of the afternoon. It's just after 3 here in Newport, Rhode Island. So they're probably going to get at least half. I don't know. Do you know what flight they're on right now? 7?
6.
They're on flight 6 right now, so I can see them definitely getting into more than halfway through here, which would finish off tomorrow morning. They'd finish off the round robin, and then from there move on to the format of a top 8.
They've got several different options depending on how cooperative it is.
That's a good point. Coming over here to the finish line, we got the Cougars squeaking through the Seahawks with a 1-2-5 or 6, it looks like. It's a nice win for the Cougars. As I was saying earlier, just these top teams are going to start to go head-to-head, and it's going to be interesting how things shape up.
Passed by a beaver on the left-hand side of the course.
Is he going to cross? It's going to be close. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, but... Oh.
Nice.
Shifty duck there by Oregon State. Looks like they're going to hold on to the 1. His teammates are going to have to step on the gas, though. Getting passed to windward.
Easy trouble.
Yeah.
Replaying back, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Yeah. Boat 5, very tough position for boat 5 right here. Gotta kind of just he's in like a den of badgers, which is
Alright, how's that?
You know, all right. Maybe I'll pencil you in for maybe Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Maybe you can bring me one
I
Saturday.
think we're
Sunday.
live.
Yeah.
We're live on the internet here.
Live on the
We're
internet.
just having a little raft up conversation with our friend Anthony Catoon, local legend here.
He's offering me a lobster roll. What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's offering you one after he already had one
After
himself.
he already had one.
Yeah,
Real
he's
nice
saying,
guy.
oh yeah, I wish I had brought you one, but you know, oh well. Maybe next time. Coming up, win just off the starting line here, we got USF in blue, and I believe that's Texas A&M Galveston in red, and Tamag looking pretty strong to the left. Bulls looking strong to the right, so pretty big split. And good shot of the foiling kites behind the fleet here.
Show-offs.
Showing off. Real bunch of showboaters over there.
I think USF looking strong. Gonna have control of most of the affair here, leading on most of the fleet on port.
Timog, I think, has got the one. I probably should have stayed going right, though. I think Timog's going to try to convert this this pair on the left, but that's dangerous. They might be losing.
Can they get
losing
across?
starboard
Here?
advantage to the right.
They get across.
They get across. They're looking looking clean.
So at best, though, I think Tamug is 156.
Yeah, at this point, I think that's probably the situation.
Let's see if the Bulls of South Florida, how long they wait in the 234. How comfortable they are. Looks like they are pretty disciplined. Gonna put the herd on behind them, and looks like boat 16 is getting lured by the one.
For all the viewers that don't know what's going on, could you explain team racing a little bit?
Sure. Has that been a request?
Yeah.
Is that a request?
Sure.
From viewers or from, like, Kent?
Who's live? Hey Kent, who's live, bud? I'm just listening about live.
Again, if you're kind of just tuning in at this point, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon East Coast time, maybe people are splitting out of work early and catching this. I don't know, catching this on their way home, or maybe they're getting home already, cracking a frosty beverage Friday afternoon. We're live here in Newport, beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. Champagne day out here on the bay, and we've got the live coverage of the Laser Performance ICSA Team Race National Championship. And we're off to a pretty beautiful start. A little wind delay this morning, but all in all, we're off to a nice start here. And we've got a couple of undefeated teams still rolling through this round robin of 16. Charleston, Yale, and Boston College all still undefeated. So that's, they're off to a pretty good start. And then definitely a handful of teams behind them with one loss, so still pretty tight, and see how it keeps kind of rolling on here.
Looks like we got a solid 1, 2, 3 there up at the windward mark.
See, just starting, we have Roger Williams and UC Santa Barbara down there. Looks like we got the Hawks in orange, and the Santa Barbara Gauchos in black. Boat 16 just wiggling here to try to slow 1 and 2 as much as he can. His teammates are pretty happily far ahead, though. Oh. Ooh. Did they say breakdown? Oh, natural break. I see. So it sounds like after this next race here, after flight 6, we're gonna have a little bit of a break in the action, just how the rotation is staging itself, based off of the teams on land and the teams on the water currently. USF is pretty happily 1, 2, 3 still in the blue sails. Coming upwind, the Hawks are looking pretty comfortable over the Gauchos and the orange and black boats. Gauchos might have a 1 here. They're going to cross boat 8. That's a. Going to lee bow him. That might have been enough to put him through there. Certainly spring free. They're coming back here. Now boat 10's going to have to duck. No, it's 12. Excuse me. So Santa Barbara, if boat 12 can live there on boat 8's hip for a while, certainly gives the Gauchos a fighting chance, but boat 8's doing a really good job of just working up high and really giving 12 a. See boat 7's tacking through, a little bit of balance from his teammate in boat 8, getting him across. Looks like the Hawks are going to be pretty soundly play 1 around this first weather mark. Let's see if I can.
Roger Williams Hawks. Roger Williams, pretty exciting times up at that place. Opening a brand new state-of-the-art sailing facility, boathouse, right there on the water. If you come over the Mount Hope Bridge from Portsmouth.
There in the northwest.
Northwest, well, specifically, what do you mean?
Just the sailing scene. College, tell us about college sailing in Northwest.
Sailing on
We're losing them.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we have.
All right, I had a little bit of wave action there. Sorry about that. So go ahead.
We have a good fleet of sailors. We all try really hard.
Several competitive schools, and we're a really close district, which makes it a lot of fun to sail.
Perfect. Awesome.
Definitely one of the smaller districts out there, but we're really close, and we're really together as a whole district. So it's a really friendly group and a good place to learn.
Awesome.
We're just trying as hard as we can.
Did you guys qualify for the semifinal, for the fleet race, or just the team race?
Yeah, we qualified.
Awesome. Great. So you'll be here for a little while then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you guys. Well, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks.
A lot of teams have been around a lot longer than them and have not won a national championship. These guys have at least one. I think they might have 2. I think they have a single-handed championship with Cy Thompson.
And then they won team racing out of the gorge.
Yeah, that's right. With Sean Bouchard straight off the golf course, I think. I hear he's got a strong game on the links. Good with the irons, something.
Hey. Good views. Lots of good views.
Shout out to our boy Colton on the camera, doing a terrific job. Really picking up the game quick. Colton, if we swing left to those yellow and green boats just coming off the starting line, that's, I believe that's navy and green. Pretty strong starts at both the boat and the pin. And Michigan in yellow. Sorry for the rocking. Sorry for the rocking, everybody, but there's sometimes...
Wait till this
we can do
weekend.
about it. It's actually about to get worse. The old Scott Free doesn't really sit on the anchor too well with a side swell.
We're learning.
But our homeboy Colton here is doing the best job he can. And Yeah, Navy's off to a pretty good start here, but they've got one boat in the back, and Michigan's not making it easy. It's still tight, but Navy and Green starting to look like they're taking control of that race early on off the starting line in Green. And then coming through the bottom of the course here, this is that race that we had been following, and it's pretty much a runaway at this point. Got Rhode Island's own Roger Williams with a 1-2-3, trying to go through some heavy chop here. That's the chop that our boy Colton was just battling on the camera.
Where are we now?
Let's stay on the green and yellow, yeah. Hope everybody at home is getting seasick. Get out your copper bracelets.
Is that what helps?
I don't know, something like that. I've been blessed with an iron stomach, so I'm okay. But I know there's some stuff.
Some copper bracelet, huh? Oh, how are we calling it up there?
It's looking. I think the midshipmen got pretty good control, especially with that yellow boat tacking out. I think that yellow boat was the only hope they had, and now they're kind of wrapped up. So I think the midshipmen are taking control of that one up top there.
Breeze is staying pretty southeasterly here. I think it's southeast.
Got a good race coming up next on the starting line. We'll stay with this green and yellow until they kind of get around the windward mark.
Boat she's in for Navy, but I think 13 maybe, but Mary Hall, she's certainly one of the more popular sailors out here, at least busy sailors. She's sailing, she just finished up women's. Now she's doing team racing for the midshipmen, and then I believe she's starting for their co-ed fleet race team too. Which is going to be a busy, 9 days total for her?
Sorry, you're kind of breaking up there. Say it again.
What's that?
We're live.
We're live, okay. Looks like Roger just beat UCSB here down at the finish line, but let's stay on this weather mark here. So Navy with a 1-2-6.
Let me know when you're ready, Jim.
Navy, Michigan's in a good position to attack, that's for sure. Hot on the heels of boat 13. That's Patrick Snow, younger brother of Georgetown skipper Nevin Snow. Navy's trying to, Michigan's trying to work high here on boat 12.
All the Michigan boats are going out.
Yeah.
There it goes.
13, excuse me, not 12. So I think we wanted to see boat 4 go a little lower sooner. That's part of the play when you're trying to get the guy in the 2 to commit high and cover you. So we'll see how he shapes up here.
I'm looking at the internets.
Is that us?
Well, that was my man Brooks.
Michigan's in a...
Alright, ready when you are.
Can't see it. Can hear it.
Can I get some sunscreen? I got sunscreen sitting over there.
Is that race started for us? We're live.
Almost.
20 seconds. We got Jumbos leading into the start versus the Hoyas.
Which makes me
Georgetown
wrong.
University in the red boats, 1, 2, 3 versus Tufts Jumbos in the blue boats, 16, 17, and 18. This should be a good one.
Jumbos. Jumbo's off to a decent start, but this is kind of a mixed start. We're about to have a little side swell thanks to an umpire.
Well, you know, the old Scott Free can handle that one.
Scott Free can handle the small whaler. Jumbo's with a 6 for sure, but 17's got a good look. 16's kind of in trouble, so Jumbos are in a little bit of trouble. But I don't know, Hoyas are.
I think Hoyas are.
I think the Hoyas are getting
firming this
stronger
up.
here. They're firming up. We already talked.
They're firming up nicely, are they?
We already talked how much they like to play too.
They're in it.
They are getting there. They're getting there.
Does that look right?
Yeah, we're getting pretty late in the day here on Friday. People's weekends getting going.
We're still reapplying sunscreen, though. The Irishness in us.
Yeah, you know, I get moonburn.
Let's all just practice some good sun awareness.
Yep.
Colton's got his fisherman hat on the screen.
Nick's rolling with his sun hoodie.
Yep.
I've been wanting to get one of those for a while, but I just can't find them on sale anywhere.
Yep.
I'm too cheap to buy them at full price. I guess
Be
that's really
interesting.
my fault.
Let's keep an eye on this foursome here. 1, 3, 16, 17.
Yeah, the Hoya is in control of that foursome, but it's sketchy.
Right now, though, you can see
you're right. Jumbos, that's a strong lee bow.
this could be one of those slow pass backs. But meanwhile, Tufts has to worry about the far side of the race course where we have 2 over 18.
Yeah, 18 not looking strong.
Nick, do you want to call up Ian? Okay. Nick, you're going to get a phone call.
Hey, Brooks at the Windward Mark, what do you see up there, pal?
Put him on speaker.
Coming up quick. Jumbos coming up, and some Hoyas coming up with here. Hoyas in red. Am I live?
You're so live. You're on speakerphone right now.
With the whole world of the internet.
The whole internet's looking at you.
Oh, lovely.
We saw the Hoyas kind of getting firm grasp of things up there. Is that what you're seeing?
Sorry? I was talking to the cameraman. Looks like we're seeing... I'm live with them right now. We're seeing the Hoyas. They are on a 1.56 right now.
Oh.
Yeah. But, looks like the guy in the one looks like might be Nathan, I think, is hitting the brakes here coming into Mark 1, trying to make some magic happen.
Wow. So the Jumbos are looking play too.
The Jumbos are stampeding into a play 2 right now.
Ah.
I'm live right now, bye.
Trunks.
So that was confusing. Sorry. So we got Tufts
maybe
here.
You guys
in
got a
blue.
good camera shot of up that?
Yeah, we're gonna go live, so I'm gonna hang up with you.
So long.
I'm live right now.
A little new technology there, using the old cell phone. I think we can do better, but
Hey, we're buffing out the kinks here. Colton, are we live or are they live? What do you hear?
what do you know, Colton?
Still live, brother.
We're still live.
2, 3, 4 Jumbos. Flipping the switch on them. It was 2, 3, 4 one way. Then I think the whole course got a little bit skewed.
Big moves by whoever that is for the Jumbos in 18. They were kind of out the back, but took a little flyer out to the left, and Georgetown made the mistake of not covering them, and then all of a sudden the script was flipped, as they say. Is that what they say?
2-point reversal in wrestling.
Rip, man. Got some waves coming in here, Ken.
I think we're going to have a lively second half of this downwind, John. Lively.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think the Hoyas are going to come at them with guns blazing.
Cameraman's getting a phone call
Yeah,
here.
cameraman.
Oh, jeez, come on, dude.
Who's that?
You're not from around here.
Are we still live?
I can't even. Can you hear me, man? Are we live? Kent's not responding. He might have went into cardiac arrest.
All right. I think
We
there's
hope our boy Ken is okay. He did. I just met him this morning. He struck me as pretty physically fit.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's gonna
and
be
they
all right.
got an AED in there.
Yes, man. He does look like he lifts. Maybe some CrossFit. CrossFit, dude.
That's all the rage, isn't it?
We do not have Brooks on speaker. We're back to the start. What race should we shoot?
This one.
Are we live?
This one.
Are we live right now? If we're live, we should be following this race. Okay. He wants you to call Brooks back.
Red and blue coming at us. Including every now and then pan to the far right over here. This foursome is where it's all going to happen. Colton,
pan right, and we can grab, if we pan
These
right, we can
four-
grab 17 and 18 and 1 and 3. That foursome is really the battle here.
Tufts making a little pass back here for 2, 3, 4 action.
They're just trying to stay stable in the 2,
Got a
3,
call
4.
coming in from Brooks.
But it's tough.
Hey
Let's see what
Brooks,
has
what's
got.
happening?
Out there, the Hoyas got very close to breaking up the 2, 3, 4 around Mark 1, but a little bit of the game of inches, as you very well know, but they're able to hang on, and they're doing a good job of keeping it flat on that downwind and keeping the Hoyas at bay.
Cool. Yeah, well, we're about to go into Mark 3, so we'll take over from here.
It's getting mixed up now. It's getting mixed up. Boat 18 for the jumbos has gotten fully sucked in, and boats 1 and 3 for the Hoyas are, I believe that's Alex Post and Sean Golden skipper in those boats, and they have fully mangled this up for the jumbos. So, and unfortunately, boat 17 now for the jumbos doesn't really have position. Boat 3, this is going to be dicey. Boat 3 is probably going to try to take room. No, they're going to be safe. That's smart. Let 17 go, because you've still got the job done. Now we've got a 1-4-5 for the Hoyas. So
nice conversion there.
This is it.
From the Hoyas.
Now what'll be interesting is, it's pretty hard to put a gap in as you go upwind. So the question is, when do the Hoyas try to convert this just down to a play 2? You think they give up the one right here in the
right
mark?
away, right after Mark 4. My prediction is
This is Nevin Snow here, one of the best sailors in the country, probably a favorite for Sailor of the Year in boat 2, wearing the helmet.
And I think they're going to go play 2 right off the bat. Maybe.
Just got to watch the back door. Boat 1, just got to watch the back door.
Oh, it's all on. Best race of the regatta so far, I would say.
Umpires are in the thick of it, nearly running into each other. It's all good, though. They averted it.
Here we go. Action.
Oop. Troublesome tack there by boat 3. Falling down in the sailboat. Never great.
Good exchange for the Hoyas there.
Good exchange. 17's coming down. I think they might have a pin here on boat 1. 18 sailing into a pin. Fake out tack. Really down speed tack by boat 1.
Ooh, tough.
Four boat Simo tack. At this point, it's just going to be a question of who comes out with some speed there.
Tufts looking strong. 2, 3, 4 here.
16. Tufts just carrying more speed out of those maneuvers. Boat 1 really stuck in a down speed
16
tack.
needs to attack 3 to firm up the 2, 3, 4.
Got to keep 3.
There they go.
Bearing away now. Colton, if we pan right,
we need to
see 16 and 3. So 16's got to try and get a hold of 3.
He had the opportunity, but
he was a little late.
Late to get there.
Late to bear away, and now 2's got control.
Nevin Snow's going to make him pay here.
The race course is skewed in the Hoyas' favor now. running towards the favored side of the course with starboard advantage on their side. So we'll see how this pans out.
I'd say that pass back is done, John.
Yeah, you're probably right. And Evan Snow tacking to cover 16. 16 actually went behind 17, so 17 is now the bigger threat from the jumbos for the Hoyas. We'll see how, I believe that's Alex Post in boat 3. Alex Post and Bettina Redway. I believe they should be tacking soon. They're probably just going to wait till ley line. I assume they're tacking and comfortably crossing 17, but our angle's a little tough on that, so we'll just see when it happens.
Looks like the pair on the left is coming back into our picture, and definitely a factor.
Yeah, Nevin seems to be kind of dialing in at them. Yep, forcing attack. Nevin's probably going to hold here for a second. Try to let one break through.
Might have.
Nice. So pretty clean sailing here by the Hoyas, especially led by Nevin Snow. He's done a great job on that last beat. Nevin, and I assume he's sailing with Katia da Silva, another local legend here.
The Tufts had really good things going there right after the mark. They kind of switched it into their own 2-3-4, but I thought that just their most advantaged player gets a little tied up with Georgetown's most advantaged player, and wasn't able to balance on the right.
Yeah, the play was kind of constantly morphing and constantly changing, and unfortunately for the jumbos, they just barely missed an opportunity to really capitalize and seal up that race. And one or two more mistakes, and then it was the Hoyas' race to have.
I think that was the best race yet.
Best tightest race of the regatta.
Is it over?
Yep.
It is indeed over.
It is indeed over. Colton, the cameraman, just dialing it in here. Well, that was exciting. Now I have no idea what's going on anywhere else. We have been kind of looking around, but that was it.
That was the one.
Pretty good.
Oh, hold on, let me move my mic closer to your face. Let me get all up in here.
Yeah, the day's been going pretty good. We came out to a nice start in the light air, and have just been adjusting to a little more breeze and kind of staying in tune with the shifts, and it's been great.
Great. Anything else you want to tell us?
Current's starting to pick up. It's definitely adding a little new element to the game, so it'll be interesting to see where things go from there.
Great. Awesome. Well, nice racing, guys. It's been fun. Good luck.